Everyday life feels normal. You just wake up and live it. But the truth is, not long ago, your day was packed with countless tiny battles. Think about every small hassle, every bit of discomfort you don't feel today. America didn't just build roads and tall buildings. It secretly wiped out 1,000 daily annoyances. Problems so common, people didn't even see them. Then, in an instant, they simply vanished. It's true, life just a couple generations ago was filled with a low, constant hum of discomfort. Think about something as basic as pain. Before a simple pill like aspirin was invented, a headache wasn't something you fixed. It was just something you had to live with for hours, maybe even days. Or think about getting sick. The idea that just washing your hands could stop a deadly disease from spreading? That was a mind-blowing breakthrough that saved millions of lives. These weren't always giant, flashy inventions. They were simple, brilliant ideas that attacked the small, annoying, and sometimes dangerous parts of just being alive. And America got really good at finding these everyday frustrations and just making them disappear. So good. In fact, you probably never even knew they were problems to begin with. Today, we're going to look at the American ideas that instantly made life easy. Nowhere was this war on tiny frustrations fought harder than inside our own four walls. Before these fixes, your home wasn't always a comfortable place. In the summer, it was a hotbox. You'd sweat through dinner. You'd toss and turn all night. The heat wasn't just outside. It was in your kitchen, in your living room, in your bedroom. There was no escape. But America decided that wasn't good enough. The problem wasn't the heat. The problem was that the heat was getting inside. So, America invented a solution that still shocks people from other countries when they visit. Air conditioning. It sounds simple, but it's an idea that is so deeply American. The idea that you shouldn't just have to put up with the weather. You should be able to control it. You should be able to walk into your house and have it be 72 degrees and perfect, even if it's 100 degrees outside. To the rest of the world, it can seem like a crazy luxury. But in America, it became a standard. It's not just about feeling good. It's what allowed cities in scorching hot places like Florida, Arizona, and Texas to even exist. It completely redrew the map of where people could live and work comfortably. America didn't just invent a machine. It invented a new expectation. The expectation of total comfort right inside your home. And this obsession with controlling the environment didn't stop with the air. It moved straight to our food. Think about what life was like before the refrigerator. You bought food for the day, maybe two. Milk would spoil. Meat would go bad. Leftovers were a gamble. Your entire diet was limited by what you could get fresh right now. The journey to fixing this actually starts with a surprising detail. Thomas Jefferson, after a trip to France, brought back one of the first known recipes for ice cream. This little luxury was an early sign of America's fascination with controlling temperature to make food better. But it was the invention of the home refrigerator that changed everything instantly. Suddenly, food could last for days, even weeks. You could shop once a week instead of every single day. It saved an incredible amount of time and money. But more than that, it made food safer. It drastically cut down on the foodborne illnesses that were just a common, miserable part of life. The fridge wasn't just a cold box. It was a machine that gave families more time, more money, better health, and more food choices than ever before in history. Between air conditioning and the refrigerator, the American home transformed. It became a fortress, a personal bubble, engineered to keep the discomfort of the outside world out. The heat, the spoiled food, the daily hassles, they were all solved. They were made to just disappear. But it wasn't enough to make the home a fortress against the outside world. The next enemy America declared war on was hiding in plain sight. It was the work itself. The endless, repetitive, time-sucking chores that ate up entire days. Before these American fixes, tasks like laundry weren't just a chore. They were an all-day physical event. Think about it. You had to haul buckets and buckets of water, heat it all up on a stove. Then, you'd spend hours scrubbing every single piece of clothing by hand on a washboard. After that, you had to wring out all that heavy, wet fabric and hang it all up to dry. It was back-breaking work that could easily consume an entire day, every single week. America looked at this and said, no, that's a terrible use of a day. And so, the automatic washing machine was born. This wasn't just a small improvement. It was a time machine. It took an 8-hour job and turned it into a 10-minute task of loading clothes and pushing a button. Suddenly, a whole day just reappeared on the calendar. An entire day was just given back to millions of people, mostly women, to do literally anything else. This way of thinking, of identifying a time-wasting problem and simply erasing it, was applied everywhere. Take washing the dishes 3 times a day, every single day, standing over a sink, scrubbing away at plates, pots, and pans. It was a never-ending cycle of small, tedious work. So America invented the dishwasher. Again, the rest of the world saw it as a luxury, maybe even a sign of laziness. But Americans saw it as an obvious fix. Why should a person spend hundreds of hours a year doing a job a machine could do perfectly? It was about efficiency. It was about buying back your own time, one load of dishes at a time. It happened with cleaning, too. Beating rugs outside, sending clouds of dust everywhere, sweeping floors, which mostly just pushed the dirt around. It was inefficient. It was messy. The vacuum cleaner changed that instantly. It introduced a level of clean that was almost impossible to get by hand, and it did it in a fraction of the time. Each of these inventions, on its own, was a huge time saver, but put them all together in one house. It was a revolution. The American home became a well-oiled machine, designed to systematically destroy wasted time. The endless hours of manual labor that had defined home life for centuries, they just vanished. They were engineered out of existence. It was another problem solved so completely, we barely even remember it was a problem at all. But this war on tiny frustrations didn't stop at the front door. The same thinking that fixed the home was about to fix the world outside of it. America looked at the simple act of getting food and saw another huge, inefficient problem. Before, buying groceries was a job. You didn't go to one store. You went to 4 or 5. You went to the butcher for meat. You went to the baker for bread. You went to a different shop just for vegetables. Each stop was a separate trip, a separate wait, a separate payment. It ate up your afternoon. And your choices? They were limited to whatever was local and whatever was in season. America's solution was so simple, it's almost funny. Just put it all in one giant building. The supermarket was born, and it wasn't just a small improvement. It was a total reinvention of food itself. Suddenly, under one roof, you had everything. Oranges in December, fresh meat next to canned soup, bread just an aisle away from milk. It turned a whole day's worth of errands into a single 30-minute trip. It was another problem solved so completely, we don't even think about it. The rest of the world saw a big, flashy store. America saw the obvious way to give people back their time and give them more choice than ever before. It was instant variety and instant efficiency. Then, they tackled an even bigger problem: distance. The United States is huge. It's a scale that many people from other countries just can't wrap their heads around. The distance between New York and Los Angeles is like the distance between London and Baghdad. For most of history, that size was a massive limitation. Your world was your town, and maybe the next town over. Anything further was a major journey. So America didn't just invent the car. It made the car something everyone could own. And that changed everything. It wasn't about luxury. It was about practicality. In a country this big, the car wasn't a toy. It was a tool for freedom.